Hi, I'm Jeff Dorian with the Orlando chapter of Citizens Climate Lobby. Do you agree that it's important to communicate well about things that matter to you? Do you, like me, find it can be hard to talk about climate change, so you just avoid it? Would you rather have these conversations be enjoyable and motivating? We can know all the facts, but if we don't communicate them well, we won't inspire others to value what we share and to act towards solutions. We recently hosted a seminar featuring communications specialist Jamie Miller. His approaches to talking about our warming planet demonstrate novel ways to keep these conversations constructive. The recorded seminar has allowed us to review his scenarios, and we've compiled a series of bite-sized videos to share highlights. It's been said that the best thing you can do to tackle climate change is to talk about it. We'd love to have you join us in doing that with effective and enjoyable conversations. For more on Jamie, go to artofconsciouscommunication.com, and for CCL, citizensclimatelobby.org. Enjoy.
I'm going to teach you the framework. There's no script. But the first thing you've got to do in the foundational piece is make someone the same as you. The way I do that consciously in communication is use these three words: you, like, me. If I can consciously use the words you, like, me in the form of a question, what I'm doing subtly and subliminally is I'm making us the same. So here's what I said. Hey, before I start sharing, how many of you, like me, believe your ability to communicate is very important? Show of hands. Every hand goes up. Different age groups, different genders, correct, in the room, all right? You, like me, is a way, words that you can use in a question format to another individual to make them the same as you. If you don't know someone, Chris, are you like me? Do you value honesty? Yes. I've never had anyone ever say no, like please, I've never had anyone ever say no, please lie right to my face. I love it when someone does that, okay? Maria, are you like me? Do you value your time? Yes. Okay. We are the same. If you don't know someone, go generalize. The more specific that you get to your rapport build, the more likely you'll get someone on board. Now watch this. I said I'm going to make a conversation where I go into it with a predictable outcome. Every conversation you go into, you want to go into it with the words I agree with you cemented in your head before you start the conversation. You telling someone something, if I tell Maria, it's bad to be on your device, you'll end up with no friends, like a hermit in a room all by yourself, you won't go to college and you'll have all these things. It can go in one ear and out the other. I'll give you an example. If I tell my girlfriend, you're the most beautiful thing I've seen in the morning, she'll say, I think you need glasses. Why? Because I'm telling her something I believe, she doesn't believe it. It's one of those wax on, wax off moments. You tell someone you've only got 45 years left, and hey, what if I was to share with you, we've only got 45 years left on these resources? Would that give you, and that's from your side, would that give you any impression that we should be doing something, or should we just let it all go to pot? What's your thoughts? We should be doing something. Okay, what are some and now you're asking them, what are some things you think we can be doing? I think I could be doing da 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 da. Yeah, I agree with you. All right, it's a starting point. Do you see where I'm going with it? No one in the world wants to be sold. No one in the world wants to be sold. If you can get them to see that they would be doing the same thing as you if they were, all right, if they were in your shoes, they won't feel sold. And it's based around 4 glorious words, if you were me. And here's how I learned it. True story. My ex-wife was not very good at saying the word sorry. All right, but very rare as a man are we ever in the right, but once in a blue moon, all right, we're in the right in terms of she did something, but it's the approach in communication. If I ever go, Rachel, I cannot believe that you did X, she'd never ever say, I'm sorry, you feel that way. But when I'd go away and come back, I'd be like, I thought about it. If I would have done the same thing, you'd have been a bit furious. She goes, well, when you put it that way, you're right, I'm sorry. I'm like, huh. So now in every conversation I go into, I start with the words, if you were me. It's better to start that way. Hey, if you were me and you thought you could make a difference in the world, would you be wanting other people to know about it? No. Like, do you see where I'm going with, like, so just start with if you were me. Not I want to make a change. Be like, look, if you were me, just entertain this for a moment. If you were me and you knew categorically you could make a real difference in the world, is that something you would be wanting to share with others? The person in front of you is going to go, yes. If you nod your head as they're doing it, you could even call them out. I can see the fact you're nodding your head, you're in agreement. What is one thing that you could be doing that you think could change the world from a climate perspective, or whatever you want to call it, but it starts your communication with if you were me. You do not have to be anybody massive in the climate change world to make a difference and get other people at it, is what I'm trying to share with you. You do not have to do paid marketing to get people at it. I would share with you to focus on the quality of the conversations when you get in front of someone, and you stay away from asking questions that you know are just too bland. If you want to give yourself permission, be like, hey, if I was trying to come up with the most amazing question on the planet, all right now to you, rather than it seem robotic, all right, would I be nuts to be thinking we can indeed improve what's going on the planet, or am I completely a lunatic? All right, and then let the conversation go from there. Do the play where you use body language. Hey, have you found that the industry like has dramatically have you ever studied anything industrial, like the train tracks and stuff? Like, would you feel like that much difference? Or have you ever had a conversation with, are your grandparents alive? Do you know what I mean? Like, and now you're having a conversation. Do you ever remember the conversation when they're talking about, I remember back in the day when there was only one stop sign in the whole of Winter Park. Who's had conversations with people where they say the town has changed and more people move? Okay, you've all had those conversations. Start there. Do you understand? You don't have to start with, hi, I'm talking about climate change right now. All right? It's too direct, aggressive. So let's say you're feeling a certain way in front of someone. This feels like an interrogation. I would tell someone, hey, look, have you ever felt like you get in front of someone and make a difference, and you felt like if you ask the right questions of that person, it could indeed make a difference? Great. So I am going to ask some questions. Can we just be genuine in our responses? Is that cool? Yes. That might be a nice lead into someone if you know you're going to lay the questions or you're not comfortable. Another thing you can do is, one of my clients said, Jamie, that was a great question. I don't think I'll be comfortable asking it. I said, that's perfect. He goes, what do you mean that's perfect? I just told you I wouldn't be comfortable. I said, share how you feel before you ask the questions. What is one thing important to you? Why did you pick that? How would it feel? Can you guys do this with climate change? What would be one thing you think you could do that could make all the difference in the world? If it was just one, right? And you could do groups like, some people think it's recycling. Do you see where I'm going? Like what is one thing? All right? Make it about a family. Do you have a family member who you absolutely adore and love, and they like to help the climate? Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, you can make it about someone that they love and care about and respect. Okay, do you think they're completely doolally, or do you actually like being around this person? What's the story there? No, I love them. Why? And now they're telling me about that life, and I'm relating it to something in their life. I can't teach everything, but I will tell you this. If you ever find that you catch yourself talking too much, like you're so passionate, you're oversharing, imagine you've got a mini version of yourself on your shoulder and it whispers in your ear, you're talking too much. And turn around to them and make it about them. Have you ever had a time in your life you were passionate about something and you found you can talk about it quite a bit? What is someone going to say to you? Even an introvert can be passionate about things. Yeah, I just caught myself, and then you transition, I just caught myself doing that. Hey, what was one thing I just shared that stood out positively? If they say to you, I love everything you just shared, here's what they're telling you. I wasn't paying attention to anything you were sharing. If they say, I love when you share, if you would have said, Rita, hey, have you ever been passionate about something? You find you can talk about it. She goes, yeah, I just caught myself doing that. What was one thing I shared about this that stood out to you? She would then have to answer. The second she answers, you can then say, and ask, why did you pick that? And now it evokes more emotion in that conversation. So if you catch yourself talking too much, just make it about the other person. Have you ever found yourself passionate? You can talk about it. Humanize yourself in garnering that understanding. And then you get to say what was one thing that did stand out. They tell you. If they say they love everything, I promise you, you will thank yourself that you stopped talking because they weren't listening anyway. I found out from Mira, she's very serious about this. Here's another thing you want to do. If you ever do have a group of people, do what I did on purpose consciously. Who agrees with her? Now you've got buy-in from everyone else. You don't have to make things a one-to-one. Right. By the way, if you guys ever do like a booth at a trade show or anything, you'll love this. You've got the table set up, you've got the climate change thing. If you've got a group of people, don't consciously just talk one-to-one with this person. Let's say this person is here and they're like, oh my God, and they say something positive. Hold that thought. Hey everyone, come here. You want to hear this? Go ahead. Who can clearly see? If you get them talking about it, I used the third question that came out of my mouth. Do you all have faith in Jeff or do you have to know stuff about me? Right? The reason being is, if it comes out of Jeff's mouth, I'm an expert, it's way more powerful than me saying I'm an expert. Does that make sense? So if you're ever doing a trade show and you've got a table and someone comes up, they say something powerful or positive and you can tell that it's going to be good, bring the other people in to hear that person talk about it. It will help you elevate. No one in the world, it's a psychology of no one wants to feel like a sucker. All right, when I talk on Friday in Nashville, for example, I'm taking a bunch of, I can show you the receipts on this. I've got 24 baseball hats that are remaining for the rest of my year, and then I'm done with bringing on all my clients that I want for life at that capacity. But the second one person in that room signs up with me and wears the baseball hat, other people in the room are going to be like, they're not going to feel stupid or a sucker for coming up to me and buying from me. Are you guys getting the importance? I hope you're understanding that if you get one person talking, it's better that they're talking about it, what you want, in front of everyone else. That's why when I went to Mira, who agrees with Mira? Like, it's buy-in from everyone.